My life be like ooh, ooh. It's in my head. My life be like ooh, ooh. I was watching an Instagram video, and the song was that song. Do you know that one? It's kind of like a rap.
Yes, I do. Even I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny. Maybe I can show you the video.
Share it with us. Hi, everyone. Oh, isn't that sweet?
But watch. He fell. I like watching videos of people fall.
Especially small children, apparently.
Yeah, it's cute. As long as they don't cry, but they like, whoa. There was one. There was one of this little boy who his dad was teasing him. Obviously, his dad loves him, but his dad was teasing him because he has a big head. And so he was like running, but he looked back at his dad, but he kept running, but his head like started making him go a different direction, and then he fell over.
He just, because of his head, pulled him over.
He was so little and uncoordinated that by running forward and looking back, his the size of his head made him fall over. It was really cute.
And that was possible.
It's really cute, but really funny. Oh, but we'll wait for some people to come and join us. Hi, welcome.
It's lunchtime, so maybe it's a bit quiet.
Maybe.
But if you are watching, write us. Say hello.
So where you're from, your name. We can introduce ourselves while we wait for some people to chat.
Can we introduce each other? I like doing that. And we can do
Okay, let me remember again.
This is Kendra.
Okay.
I'll go first, and then you can remember. This is Kendra. She's 28, 29.
Like, no.
She's American. She's from Seattle. No, wait. Let me start again.
No, I made a face because Portland.
Seattle. But I can't remember. I think I'm using the third person. She was born in Georgia, right? No, in Washington State. But then she lived in Georgia for some time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
And she has been in Bologna for almost 3 years.
No.
For 2.5 years?
Almost two.
For almost two. Okay, done. 2 years. And I clearly don't know that much.
You forgot.
She's in Bologna, and yeah, that's
it. This is Hal. If I remember right, Hal is, I want to say 24 or 26. 24? 26. Okay, 26. Okay, Hal's 26. He's from London, but actually south of London. Okay. Sussex or Surrey?
Sorry.
I always confuse the two.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah,
even if they know them.
And he's lived in Bologna for almost 7 months. Because you just said that, so I remember. And Hal's a writer.
Don't make me blush. I like writing.
Hal's a writer.
Yeah, but it's a strange time to be writing at the moment.
Vegetarian.
This is true.
Remember that too.
Yeah. Oh, you've got a good memory.
Well, I forgot your age. I'm getting confused with people's ages. I just know you're younger than me.
Can we write the I like this. The phrase is, if I remember rightly, but you say it really quickly. You said it really quickly, but I think it's useful. If I remember rightly, as like it's almost like a filler. When we're trying to remember something, think about something in the past, we say, oh, if I remember rightly, really quick.
I never say rightly. I say correctly.
You say correctly. Sorry, you're correct. I say if I remember rightly. But if I remember correctly,
Or if I remember correctly, if I remember rightly, we're thinking. We're not sure. So if I remember correctly.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I think this, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
I don't remember much correctly, apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot about this question. I forgot. I didn't remember. I forgot.
If I remember correctly, we had a question.
This is true.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite plant, Hal?
Nice.
This is big. This is plant. Not even like flower. Plant.
Any plant. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Hard.
Can I say 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, it's got to be sunflower. They're just incredible. Great.
That's
Okay,
mine.
I'm stealing them.
That's Joanna's too.
Yeah, I mean, come on, sunflowers are incredible. Then, and they're also just I know this makes me sound really cheap now, but they're often a nice gift because they're very cheap. As in, if you go to a florist, a flower shop, sometimes bouquets of flowers are really expensive and they look kind of ugly. Just buy someone sunflowers. They look stunning and they're often really affordable. So sunflowers.
Oh my goodness. You weren't here when some guy sent me sunflowers to the school.
So he was being cheap.
Maybe.
I know you weren't annoyed because of that.
Big bouquet of sunflowers.
Big bouquet of sunflowers. And the other thing is, I don't think of them, despite that story, I don't think sunflowers are romantic, or they're just very friendly and happy. So you can kind of give them to anyone. I mean, I buy flowers for people quite often for like birthdays and things.
Yeah.
And with the sunflower, it's always welcome.
Yeah.
Sunflower. Then a plant called, I believe it's called statis. 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 I should check that. Which is also usually really affordable at florists, and it's kind of like a dark purple flower. I don't actually know if flower is the right word because it's kind of a bit,
I'm trying to find a picture of it, but I don't know if this is the right.
Sorry, I spelled it wrong. It's Statice. Okay.
All right.
The thing about statis, which is wonderful, is that when it dies, it doesn't change. It preserves really well, so you can keep it. Because I'm quite lazy. Keep it for ages and ages, and it always looks great. It's got this lovely purple color, and it doesn't lose the color. So there's
I think I've seen it dried. Like I think I've seen it dried more than.
Because it keeps its color really well, and it keeps its shape. So you just buy it fresh, and then you can keep it. It doesn't wilt, doesn't die. Yeah. Third one, hydrangeas, blue hydrangeas, because I love Virginia Woolf, and Virginia Woolf writes about blue hydrangeas. Not lots, but places in her work. In Mrs. Dalloway, for example, blue hydrangeas are like this beautiful symbol, and they're just so beautiful.
Put this. I'm looking to have these names for these flowers. Hydrangeas are really pretty. You're right. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of a plant, not a flower, because my two favorite flowers. Yeah, flowers is what I go to, but my favorite flowers also sunflowers, but peonies.
Peonies. Write it out.
They're like or I think they're also called like cabbage roses. It's kind of like a rose, but they have all of these layers. They're really pretty, and they can open up to be like huge. My mom she bought some peonies, and they opened to like the size of my hand. They were enormous. They're really big. Yeah. I have a picture somewhere, but it might take me a while to find it. Yeah, they have a really nice texture. That's why I like them. I'm trying to think what other plants are. Oh, lilac. Lilac. I love the smell of lilac.
And then your third one is, the smell is gorgeous. And then your third one is sunflower.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna say those are my three
That's
favorites.
a nice garden we've got there. That's a nice garden.
That's a pretty garden. I wonder if I can find a picture of a peony really quick. Let me look through it would have been when I was home.
Is there a traditional color for them? Because when I just Googled it, they were pink.
Yeah, there's more. I think they're more pink. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in here. Give me a second. Because I took a picture with my big hand. Here we go. It might be hard to see. Let me turn up the brightness. You can see my hand and my mom's hand over there too. Do you see how big that is?
Yeah.
Like it was bigger than my hand.
Really, they're very full, kind of. They're very full as well. They're very
when they open, they're like boom.
Yeah.
But I like when they're more closed because you see all of the petals over one another. They're really pretty. And these were like a darker pink.
Oh, I just thought of magnolias as well. Magnolia plants are amazing.
I'm gonna
stick
yellow,
with my
right?
Yeah, they're like a lovely cream color. And they're also quite large and very elegant shape.
Yeah, you're right. Those are also really pretty.
And they also have quite a strong smell.
Flowers.
There's an echo on this.
A little, but it's okay. No, lilac always reminds me, I don't know why, but whenever I go to California, I smell lilac. And I don't know if it was just the area or what, but I would always smell lilac. So whenever I go to California, like that's the smell. And it reminds me, because my dad lived in California growing up. So whenever I would visit him, I would go to California and I would always smell lilac. So I like lilac. Nice smell. But we still have no comments from people, but that's okay.
It's the lunch hour.
It's the lunch hour. Everyone's eating. What do you think you'll have for lunch, Hal?
I'm going to have some soup and some chickpeas.
I have some leftover quiche.
Ooh, nice.
Quiche. And for anyone wondering, quiche is like it's like a salty cake, but made with eggs.
Salty cake with eggs. That's a lovely description.
Or a salty pie with eggs.
Salty pie with eggs, yeah. And also, crucially, usually doesn't have a top.
Yeah, it's open.
I think of a pie, it's covered, but a quiche is open.
And this one has, I put in zucchini and bacon. Or pancetta.
Oh, nice.
It's yummy. But you're a vegetarian, so you can't have it. Do you eat eggs?
Yes.
Okay.
I like eggs.
You could make a zucchini quiche. With cheese.
I could. I never made a quiche. Yeah.
It's so easy. So easy. But let's look at my garden, or our garden. Hal and I's garden will be really pretty.
We made a garden.
We did make a garden with quiche.
Hydrangea, quiche. We can have lunch in the garden. Quiche in the garden. What a dream. With afternoon tea and a bit of quiche.
Perfect.
Wonderful. Yeah.
That sounds wonderful to me. And here we go. What's in our focus activity?
We have gardening nouns and verbs, imperatives, and phrases for giving instructions.
Perfect.
Yes. Gardens.
Gardens. And maybe we should talk about imperatives before we start.
Yes.
What is an imperative?
When you give an order, an instruction, when I tell you to do something, I use the imperative form, which is very easy and simple in English. It is just the infinitive. Yeah. Stop. The most famous instruction, probably.
Stop.
Just say stop.
Or sit down.
Listen carefully. Sit down. Stand up. Come here. It's just the infinitive. It's quite what exactly. And in English, it's quite. It's not that it's rude. It's just very direct. It's very, very direct. So we only really use it when like the other person wants instructions, like is asking for instructions. So like maybe in a recipe, if you open a recipe book, it will say crack 2 eggs, whisk the eggs, and that's fine. It's not rude. It's just directly telling us
instructions.
But otherwise, I would say that we don't usually use it to like ask someone we don't know to do something.
No, you know, then we need to use our modals.
Yeah, our modals, exactly.
Can you?
Because it's very direct. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're important to know. Our orders, our instructions, our imperatives. Okie doke. So on our first slide, we have some questions for you guys.
Wow, look at that garden though. That's so pretty. Beautiful. I remember when I was a kid, I where I live in Surrey has quite a lot of, you know, like old fancy houses with nice gardens, yeah. And it actually has the headquarters of the Royal Horticultural Society. So the UK like gardening HQ is very nearby to where my parents live. It's called Wisley Gardens. It's so beautiful. I now think this, but when I was a kid, we used to go there quite a lot, like maybe once every few months, especially in the summer. And I had so many tantrums in that garden. I went missing, I ran away, I screamed, I hid, I cried, I yelled, I threw things. I just had the worst time of my life was in that garden for some reason. But now I think
what's a tantrum, Hal?
A tantrum is when you are a small child and you go, I don't want to go around the garden. There you go. A kid, when the kid goes crazy, what would we say? I say to throw a tantrum or to have a tantrum. Yeah. I just remember some bad afternoons in that garden, but it's beautiful. Wisley Gardens. Anyway.
Yeah, when a child yells or screams, I would say to have a tantrum. And we have a question. Yay, we have someone.
Hey, Nancy. Hi. When we use the imperatives, after that comes the. Maybe, but maybe not. Not necessarily. Not always. No. It depends on the context. I could say stop the car, as in stop the car you are in now, the specific car, this car. I could also say, Kendra, sing a song, any song, sing a song.
Yeah. You could also say, listen to the teacher. So the imperative, what's important, Nancy, is the imperative is the verb. But you can add more information, like the teacher, the car. But again, it depends what we're saying. It could be a song, but this is our like object, not the verb.
Maybe because often in like a recipe or instructions, there will be the definite article because they're referring to the specific ingredients or things that you have. So we do sometimes use it with the, but not always. For example, it might say, break the eggs, the 2 eggs, which is the 2 eggs that you have for this meal. Okay.
For this recipe. She said, okay, great. Yeah. Nancy, can you answer these questions for us? We have, what things can you grow in a garden? Then do you have a garden? What do you grow? What would you like to grow? Do you like gardening? Why or why not? I don't like gardening. I'll be honest. I'm not good at gardening.
Me neither, because I like to think that I would like it. Oh my goodness, sorry everyone, that was horrible.
I would like to think that I would
like it. When I lived in Manchester, I had a nice garden for 2.5 years, and I never did anything in it. I'd clean it up and I'd cut the grass, and that was it.
No, I don't, because I also don't like insects. So I don't like gardens or gardening because normally they're insects. I love to have a garden, but I don't want to do the gardening.
Yeah.
I need someone else to do the gardening.
The gardener, exactly. Cool, Nancy. Yeah, I can grow only plants and grass. Okay.
Great. Cool. Good for you. I can't.
Do you have any house plants?
Me?
Yeah.
Technically, I have some. I forget what they are. I think they're daffodils, but I got them last year, and this year they're not really growing. Like they have, but they're only like this tall. They haven't grown more.
That's strange. Yeah, it's late April.
Yeah, but I don't know if I replanted. Like I didn't replant them. I put them in the dark, and then I brought them back out. But they aren't really growing now. Okay. I don't know why. Sad.
Yes, I have a garden, but I don't like it too much. Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I have a garden too, but I'm not permitted in the garden. I'm not allowed in the garden.
Awful. I think that's the worst.
It's very sad. I'll show you guys. I can show you my garden. Let me lift up my...
I haven't seen it myself. Wow. Why can't you go out there?
My landlord, Nancy, this is a new word, landlord, proprietario, doesn't want us in the garden because technically it's the garden of the palazzo. So.
But in these times, at the moment, maybe he should make an exception, in my opinion.
In my opinion too, I agree. But.
So we don't grow anything. The third question, what do you grow? Unfortunately, I don't have a garden, and I'm not allowed houseplants.
My best friend, though, she has, I think she still does. I'm sure she still does. But in her last house, she had a garden and a greenhouse.
Wow.
And I'm sure now she has a garden still because she grows a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
Like a lot.
My group of friends in Manchester, I wasn't really part of this, but we had collectively an allotment, a plot on an allotment. So I would go to the allotments. I went like 2 times. We were all supposed to kind of help out. I went twice on a Sunday because there was a cafe at the allotment that did an amazing bacon sandwich. No, egg sandwich, but also bacon.
You only went for the food.
I went for the egg sandwich and the cup of tea. Yeah, I didn't touch the earth. But it was nice. They were growing things. It was really impressive. But
yeah, I remember one of the cities I lived in. It was a community garden, and you have your own gardens that you pay for the plot. Yeah, but I never did it because me and my mom are not good with. We're not good with plants. So I think I told you the only plant that I can grow, and let me remember, I think it's called devil's ivy, or another word.
Yeah, I know devil's ivy because it just goes, right?
Yeah, it grows so easily. Or it's pothos plant.
Okay.
It's the same devil's ivy, pothos plant. They grow so easily, and they're pretty. They're this nice green, and I water mine like once every 2 weeks. It's fine. Nice. I need to find one here because I want to put it above my wardrobe and let it kind of grow down. But I need to find one. I don't know where to buy one. I love them. They're so easy.
There's an amazing plant shop really near your apartment on the street that has your palazzo on. I think it's on that street. You know the one? It's incredible.
Is it by the pharmacy?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
As in, if I came out your palazzo, I would turn right. I wouldn't go up Via Novella. I would turn right and go that way. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's like,
I've seen it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I want to go again.
Nancy, I don't know anything.
Us neither. Yeah, remember we don't need a double negative in English, so I don't know anything in a negative about plants.
That's neither, Nancy. Don't worry. Just something fun to talk about. Let's see. What are some more questions? How about this, Nancy? I think you know more than you think. So let's match the words to the pictures. There we go. So we have what? She said, I'd like growing fruit trees.
Ah, there we go. Nice.
Okay.
I'd like to grow fruit trees. Cool.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother had excuse me.
Bless
wow.
you.
I have big sneezes. That's a new word, to sneeze.
Sneeze. Shoot.
What I just did, to sneeze. But she likes flowers, good. But my grandmother had orange trees, a cherry tree, and an almond tree.
Just in her yard, in her garden?
On the property. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. I think that was it, just those three. But the orange trees, we had like 3 or 4 orange trees,
really?
like in a line. And then at the very front, there was the cherry tree, which after so many years died. So it didn't produce any cherries. And then in the back, there was the almond tree.
Cool.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice to have like fresh cherries, fresh oranges. Very nice. But was I reading these? What can you
did we read them? We didn't read them. Go for it. I'll read them. Although we need to talk about the last one, right? Vegetables, fruit, flowers, trees, herbs.
And I don't say the H.
Easier for Italians.
I say herb. Herbs.
Herbs.
So the pronunciation, we'll put this. This is UK. But herb. US. There we go. So in the UK, they pronounce the H, but in the US, we don't pronounce the H for this word. Because for me, herb is like a name.
Herbert, yeah.
Herbert. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. Herbert.
I kind of like it.
Herbert. Herb.
Not Herbert, but herb is quite cute, I think.
Herb.
Yeah, so you guys say herb.
Herb. Yep. No H. But Nancy, help us. Go ahead and match the words to the pictures that we have. Yay! There she goes.
Great.
She knows. A, trees. B, herbs. Correct. Good. I'm gonna hide this now so you can see the answers. It covers it up.
I'm trying to see what herbs they are. I don't know. We call it a kitchen garden sometimes. Do you use that in America? A kitchen garden?
No, I would say an herb garden.
Oh, a herb garden, yeah. The same thing. Yeah. Kitchen garden.
I think I see, is that sage?
Maybe, I can't make out. Coriander, I would imagine.
I think some basil and cilantro.
Yeah. Basil.
Basil? You say basil?
Yeah.
Basil. We have C, fruits, D, vegetables. Great. And then flowers. Yeah.
Perfect.
Great, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy.
See, you know something about gardening.
True.
So Nancy, is there one you prefer to grow? I think if I had to grow something, I would prefer herbs.
Yeah, it would be really useful. We used to have them in my old house, like a little set of pots with stuff in, and you just so good.
Yeah. Maybe I should create a little herb garden on my windows.
Really easy.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And it looks really nice and it smells nice. But I can't have plants, unfortunately. But I'm
Doesn't
gonna
want
make.
you to have plants. Such a strange thing. No thanks.
Yeah, it is quite strange. Landlords, eh? Or I think also having fruit would be just incredible. I can't really imagine it because I'm like, when will I ever live in a place where I have like fruit trees? But
Fruit.
huh?
In Sardinia.
There we go. Just having a few trees around, you can go and pick off a whatever apricot.
Yeah. Like, okay, I swear to God, I smelled the best lemons in Sardinia. The family I was with, they went and picked some lemons. And do you know what a lemon head is? It's a candy.
No, I don't think so. A lemon head.
It's an American candy that tastes like lemon, but it's called a lemon head.
Okay.
When you rub the skin of these lemons, the skin smelled like the candy.
Right, like so strong that it almost seems fake.
Strong, like sweet lemon smell.
Wow.
Skin to rub the outside of the lemon.
Yeah.
So wonderful. I
had a small thyme plant, lovely, but it died 1 month later. Cool. So good, great, Nancy. The noun is death. Death is the noun, life and death. The verb is to die, past, because you're talking about it happened. It died, D-I-E-D. Exactly.
Died. Yeah, Nancy, I'm not good at growing plants. I don't say I have a green thumb, but I have a black thumb.
A black thumb. Yeah, we should. Yeah, green. Because I say green fingered as well, or green thumb. I say green fingered.
To have a green thumb. This is an expression. I think in Italian it's very similar. To have a green thumb, meaning you're good with plants, but I'm not. So I say I have a black thumb because I kill plants. They all die. Okay. Some more matching, Nancy. Let's see. Go ahead. We have seed, watering can, shovel, weed, and plant. Normally, weed is plural, always plural, weeds. Because weed is
usually. Yeah, this is true. Why can we talk about pick? Because you said pick earlier. You picked the lemons.
Yeah, to pick.
Oh, yeah, to take from. I guess to take from a plant. No, to pick. Yeah.
Yeah, but pick also could be like to choose. It has two meanings. You can pick fruit, pick vegetables, pick flowers.
Yeah,
but you can also like
pick an ice cream flavor. Yeah. You can choose exactly. What are you going to pick? What are you going to pick? What are you going to choose?
Two meanings, two definitions there. Let's see. The picture in C is a little hard to see. Yeah, me too. Poor plants. Yeah. I tried a succulent. Do you know what a succulent?
Yeah.
Like the little.
Yeah,
I killed that too.
How did you kill it?
I don't know, but I killed it. I think my friend thinks I gave it too much water, or that the soil was bad. The dirt was bad.
To be fair, in the past, I have, especially at the beginning, like at uni, sometimes killed succulents because I worried about them and I would give them too much water. And that's often what happens. It's not that people neglect them, it's that people give them too much stuff. Because they don't need anything, just leave them. Give them a few drops every now and then.
Okay, because I think I bought a second one and I was like, okay, I'm not going to water it. And it died too. So I don't know what to, I don't know. Again, the devil's ivy is perfect. That's the perfect plant for me.
Yeah.
Same with my mom. She's the one who told me. Just does its own thing. Like I had one at university, and it was a bigger one. And so as soon as it started to go down, like the leaves were kind of hanging, I was like, okay, time to water it. And literally the next day it was like, bing! It was so excited again. Oh, there she goes. Let's see. So we have plant, shovel, seeds, weeds, and watering can. Great, Nancy.
Exactly.
You did awesome. Bing, 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 bing. Perfect. And now, what about the verbs? What verbs go with those items, those things?
These things, exactly.
We have to dig, to pull, to plant, to grow, and to water.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these also can go with different pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More
there we go. That's the only. After that, can just go to the extreme. Just get a mini cactus. That's it. And then,
I'm not so sure. I don't know if I could take care of a cactus either.
Oh no.
Because I never know how to water them, and I think that's my biggest problem. And that's why I liked the devil's ivy, because I could see, okay, it needs to be watered, and it was fine.
I feel like also, I know I have never done this, but it's often the best thing is just to ask the person when you're buying it in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a small place, because they will usually know all the tricks, and they'll be like, "Oh, you need to do this." Because I don't know, you can obviously find out information online, but there's so much; it's all quite confusing, and
it's very confusing.
When you're buying it, just ask. Nancy, yes.
But which picture though? Which?
You're right, to dig a hole, exactly.
What do you use
to dig a hole? Yeah.
Jinx. What do you use to dig a hole? Because some of these, like the first one, if we have plant, multiple verbs go with plant.
It's true.
A plant.
Yeah.
We'll see what she says. Because you can.
Okay.
Not that one. Pull, Nancy, is like to pull.
Miming.
Yeah. Pull. Like sometimes you must pull a door open, and then the opposite is to push the door open. Push, pull. Hopefully that helps. Push, pull. Nancy has like a private lesson right now.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Great. So I wouldn't say to pull seeds.
No.
You might put seeds into the ground. That's okay. Mm-hmm. There you go, Nancy. Yeah, we pull weeds.
Exactly. Pull the weeds. I also say, I say pull up as a phrasal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to pull up weeds. But pull is fine, but I just sometimes say pull up.
Okay. Yeah, I say pull the weeds. Oh, there was the plant a flower. Yeah, or plant a plant.
Yeah, it's confusing here, no? Plant a plant. But we can also plant something else. But good, yes, you can plant a flower, you can plant a plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's with a plant, the object, you can plant, you can use the verb. There's some other ones. You can grow a plant, like to grow rosemary on your balcony.
Exactly.
And another one, you can also you can water a plant.
Mm-hmm.
put this up here to show. You can plant a plant, you can grow a plant, you can water a plant, but you water with a watering can.
Good. Exactly. Great.
Let's show some of these. So I think with A, they use grow. I think, did she say anything for D yet? Or B, excuse me.
No.
Not yet. You said dig.
Dig a hole.
But what, A, B, C, D, or E, which do you use to dig a hole?
Also, on the subject of grow, we can use it as in, like, I'm growing a plant, right? I grow something. But you can also just use it as in, the plant grows. The plant is growing.
Yeah.
It can be transitive or intransitive. It doesn't need to have an object. Something can just grow. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you dig with a shovel. So the shovel dig. Great. And what about the seeds? We have our seeds here. We said we don't pull seeds, but can we plant or water a seed? Yeah, it's interesting because we can't grow. I don't think we grow a seed.
No,
we can't use the verb
you grow a plant from a seed. You grow a plant from a seed. Yeah.
We'll see what Nancy thinks for seed. I have the answer ready because 2 of them work with seed. Have you? Yeah, there you go. To plant a seed. Yeah, you can plant a seed and you can also water a seed. But great. And then she got D and E, pull and water with the watering can. Good job, Nancy. Now, she kind of already did this.
Yeah, we have this, exactly.
What'd she say? She said where'd it go? To grow, so grow rosemary or grow a plant for A. Grow plants, or if we want to make it plural, grow a plant, grow plants.
So now we're thinking about the imperative, right? We're giving instructions. So I'm like, Kendra, how do you do it? How do you kill a succulent? I'm like, Kendra, how do you do it? How do you grow a plant? And Kendra
I have to write this down. Kendra, how do you do it?
How do you kill a succulent? And Kendra says, grow plants. And I say, okay, thank you. That's the first instruction. But how do I grow plants? I don't know. How do I do it? What's step 2? What's B? What do I do?
How do you kill a succulent? Water the succulent.
Drown it. Drown your succulent.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I'll go back and I have to send this to the group. I'm going to record you saying that. It's too funny.
How do you kill a succulent? Okay. So, I think it's maybe a bit confusing, Nancy, right? But we just need to put these together to make an instruction to someone.
Like similar to this, but we would say dig with, we need an article. Dig with shovel, if it's an imperative.
For example. Nice. Also, what in picture A, maybe we should say as well, around the plant we have soil, in case we don't know that word.
Or dirt.
Soil or dirt, yeah.
Yeah, soil, dirt, right here. Put my mouse over it. Let's see if Nancy can tell us a little more.
Great.
We're making those imperatives. Good. Dig with a shovel or dig with the shovel.
Perfect.
I think they say the.
Yeah, I mean, if you were standing there with the shovel, I could say, dig with the shovel.
Yeah, in a sense like that specific shovel. Exactly. So then Nancy, what about C? I don't know if, oh no, she said it. Plant the seeds.
Perfect. Plant the
or
seeds.
plant seeds. Plant the seeds. Plant seeds. D, did she do D already?
I think we did.
She did like all of these already. Okay, pull the weeds and water with a watering can.
Perfect.
It's very repetitive. Water with the watering can. Water with the watering can.
You could just say water them. Water the plants.
Water the plants. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we use the watering can. Very good. All right, let's see. What's on our next slide? Haha. Yay.
Okay.
So we need to put these in the right order. I wonder if I have a banner for this. But
they are instructions, Nancy. So they're telling us what to do, how to do something, but they are in the wrong order. If I did them in this order, no, disaster. So we need to put them in the correct order. I'll read them out. Okay. So we have finally pick the vegetables, then plant the seeds. Before you begin, select your seeds. Next, water the seeds. Second, dig a hole with the shovel. After that, pull the weeds. After, wait for the plant to grow.
Yeah. So Nancy, which one is first? Yeah. You also have to pay attention to the instruction. Like, obviously, to water the seed, select your seed, dig a hole. Which one is first? Yeah, this one's a little trickier. I have never grown something from a seed. My friend has.
Me neither.
The one with the garden and the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Like legitimate like vegetables. She grows I remember she gave me like a really massive zucchini one time.
I can imagine it's really satisfying.
Yeah, and it's great because they will save, they'll find ways to preserve the food so that they can use it when it's not when it's winter.
Season, yeah.
Or if they have too much, they give it to their friends. It's great. I wish I could do that because that would save money.
Yeah.
Just gonna go pluck a zucchini from the garden.
It's good for everyone. It's good for the planet. It's good for your wallet.
It's true.
It's good for your health. Imagine.
People should be taught. Why not? Why don't we have gardening classes?
Yeah, you're right.
I should take a gardening class. I should write this down. Why don't we learn this in school? Gardening lessons. I want a gardening lesson. But maybe we can start kind of putting this in order, Hal, because we have about 2 more minutes. What do you think is first?
Before you begin.
Yeah, before you start.
Before you start. So
Definitely.
Almost before the first thing, we do this, right? So it's right at the beginning, before you begin, select your seeds.
Select the seeds. Then I think we have to dig a hole before we plant the seeds.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there goes Nancy. She said 3, 5. Great. Cool. Then, what'd she say?
Then 6. After that, pull the weeds.
Wait, did she say 3, 5, 2? Okay.
No, 3, 5, 6. 6.
Okay. So Nancy, 3, 5, 2. We want to dig the hole, put in the seed. Then we can pull. Wait.
Yeah.
I think then we want to water. We want to water, then pull weeds.
Okay, I see. I guess, Nancy, you're right. Maybe there are weeds there already. You need to pull the weeds.
But sometimes the weeds come later.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we water it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if we wait for it to grow and then pull weeds or pull weeds and wait for it to grow.
I think because of after that, I would say that the next one is number 7, but I'm not sure. No, I'm wrong.
Okay, pull the weeds. I would say this one, then this one. wait for the plant to grow, and then pick the vegetables. Yeah. Great. So these are just some. I might next, after that, but next, after that, after, and it's the same idea. Some different words for creating order, giving instructions. But we're at 1:50. We have to say goodbye.
Have a wonderful afternoon, Nancy.
Yeah, and have a good lunch if you've not had lunch yet. Yes. And we'll see you guys soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.